Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with Real Deal Talk. The audience hesitated there for a second. God, you guys are slipping. All right, we're back. Epic 63, fighter interviews, round 2, Saturday morning, bright and early, 7 a.m. started up. And I got a man here who is now good friends with Jason Stewart, the CEO of Epic Fighting. Jason started a community called Epic Life. And we're going to kind of get into that a little bit here in this interview here. Epic Life launched, a couple weeks ago, Jason? Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Epic Life, we're going to get into that second. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Danny De La Rosa. Yes. Man, we got a riled up crowd in here. Yeah, they're riled up. All right, Danny, so talk to me here. We don't have long, so we'll do a real quick pop here. First and foremost, how did you find you? Because you've been to Epic Fights in the past, right?
Yes.
How did you find the Epic organization to begin with, or Jason, or whoever?
So first off, JD, thanks for having me.
Of course,
it's a pleasure.
Yeah.
I go to a camp. It's down in Chula Vista, Eastlake.
Yep.
And one of the girls that
what kind of camp is it?
So it's like a fitness camp, like a HIIT camp.
Yeah.
And when I would go, one of the girls was a fighter, and her name's Abby. And so, what's up, Abby? And so I saw that she was going to be on one of the cards, and of course we wanted to come out and support because we needed her. And when we came out, we just started finding out everything that was involved with Epic. So the organization, the way it's set up, the different branches that come with it.
Yep.
And then when I mentioned it to my brother, he was the one that told me, oh, the man that runs Epic, he's everywhere and he does this and that. And I was like, okay, let's see what that's about a little bit. And But at that point, I was more interested in going to watch some fights.
Of course. Yeah. And how long ago was that, by the way? How many years?
Let's see. I believe that was this time last year.
So about a year ago.
Yeah.
And that was Abigail, the champ, right?
Yeah.
The champ.
I believe she did IMMA.
Yeah.
And across the world.
Yes.
So
I interviewed her. I interviewed her. She was this sweet little thing, and who knew she was a friggin' animal.
Oh, yeah. And
oh, my gosh.
I have two nieces that took up jiu-jitsu because of watching
really?
her. They're little girls.
Come on.
One is 4 or 5, and the other one's 7, 8. So, people do pay attention and they model after excellence and success.
That's amazing. Yeah, I love that, man. All right, so then fast forward to recently, Jason started a community, so to speak, like maybe a networking or let's say a mastermind type of a thing here. We're going to get into this a little bit, kind of find out what this is. And that's, you came full circle, joined his Epic Life. So let's talk about that.
So a little bit about Epic Life that I've seen anyways. I mean, I think Jason's background speaks for itself.
Yep.
As far as, an entrepreneur,
yep,
a businessman, a community man. But the biggest thing that caught my attention from him was just the way he lives life.
Yep.
When he posts, he's hanging out with his family. He's jumping off cliffs. He's swimming in shark-infested waters. He's, doing a rope walk and dancing and moving and flexing. And for me, that's just life.
Yeah.
Besides, the other things are great. They take effort. They take work. They bring the value. They speak volumes.
Yep.
But when you see somebody just living life at the core of what it is to be meant, just like yourself, just like you were saying, you're taking care of yourself.
Yep.
You're doing what it takes to get healthy, to get well. Sometimes some of us get caught up in the everyday.
Yep.
We start working behind the desk, and before you know it, we're not even putting in 10,000 steps a day. We get a little bit thick. Those pounds just kind of magnetize towards you.
Yep.
And before you know it, you get weak and soft.
Yes.
And I hate to admit it, but I think it takes a man to admit this is where you're at, and you got to pay attention. And so the best way to do that is just emulate after people that are having that success already. And for me, the biggest inspiration is just get up and dream again.
Yeah.
Get up and dream again.
Yep. And so Yeah, we could go all day on this topic. So, and this is the major pandemic in our country is, and I've said this a lot lately, is weak, soft beta males. Our society is producing this, forming this, programming this, transforming. Like this is what they want. They want us to be compliant. They want us to be weak. And to your point, and we're being programmed this way. So you need to lock on to somebody or something, like you said, like a Jason who just demonstrates and sets the best example of how to actually enjoy life and also live out to potential and become the best version of yourself. So I love this, man. And so let's get a quick background here. What have you gone through in your life? Would you say, because this is really cool that you're latching on and joining forces with Jason, because you obviously saw yourself as something like, man, I need to feed off a guy like this. So in your life, what would you say some of the hardest things that you've gone through that have like almost beat you down, but you still getting back up? What would you say?
I mean, I'll do my best to be as brief as possible. But I'm from across the border.
Yep.
So first off, blessed to be in this country.
Yes.
Grateful to be in this country. I mean, America's the land of opportunity.
Yep.
So being here, I mean, rough childhood, of course. Grew up in the Logan Heights area.
Oh, really?
So you know how that goes.
Yeah.
It was interesting. But God is good.
What did you get into gangs or anything like that?
So I was around them. I lived kind of in the 30th Street area, close to the barrio, and so I didn't personally get into them, but I was around it all the time.
Yep.
You hear the tires screeching away and the gunshots here and there, and you worry about your family, but then you get exposed to other things as well. And then so most recently, I lived in Albuquerque maybe about 2-3 years ago.
Yep.
Before that, I had a separation, a difficult, challenging, separation. And 10 years, left Albuquerque, no more home.
Yeah.
Had to basically start over. And so you get heartbroken.
Yeah.
And you lose your dreams and you lose your vision and you lose your composure. Just like you said, when you become soft. And you become compliant. And when you try to live your life pleasing other people instead of standing up for yourself and you being the man and you being the leader.
Right.
And so I think the first step is acknowledging that, right?
Yes.
Like, hey, get it together, get up from whatever it is that broke you in life and start believing that there's dreams. So I had friends in Albuquerque. I helped them a little bit with running their businesses. Now currently I work at a nonprofit. So I serve the community that I live in. But slowly and surely, things are falling into place.
Great.
And so I think the biggest thing now is just realizing and doing a self-evaluation of, hey, this is not acceptable. You're weak, you're soft, you're getting older, we're not moving, we're not serving, we're not leading. And so a lot of times when you see people that are doing those type of things, taking care of their family, being providers, not being soft or weak or beta males. That's so important to me because it's like you said, whatever we eat is making us weaker.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever we consume on TV, on social media, all that stuff, comparison's the killer of joy.
Yep.
But when you find innately what is it that is going to wake you up and wake up the lion in you, that's kind of where I'm at now.
That's where you're at.
Stage.
And how old are you now?
So I'm 43.
43.
I'm 43. Yes,
okay,
sir.
You're still a young buck, dude. Remember this. Like guys actually don't even start to hit any stride on the average, historically speaking, until they're in their 40s. They don't really reach the next level, which is the very, very high levels of success. Let's just say financially or whatever, until their 50s. That's where they really settle into their lane into their 50s. So you're right on track. The fact that you're, quote unquote, let's say waking up and realizing I got to make some changes right now at 43, dude, you're poised. You are perfect position. Don't ever look at this in a way that you're behind the 8 ball. Okay? Don't even think about it because you're a young buck and 43 is the perfect age to start settling in on who God designed you to be and what these plans he has for you. But you have to do one thing to pray and, oh, give me the miracle. But he's like, okay, well, give me something, dude. You gotta You got to walk it out. You got to join up with somebody like Jason Stewart in Epic Life. Okay, now I see you're doing the steps. Now I can give you more. Let's see if you can steward this. So this is cool, dude. And you're right on track.
Sorry to interrupt you, go cut you off, but
Nope.
I think you said the key word was steward.
Steward, yeah.
We're giving a body.
Correct.
We're giving our
Yeah.
finances. We're giving positions. And so a lot of times we take everything for granted and we become complacent and we show up late and we're entitled and we forget to put in the work
Yep.
and forget the grit. And so with Jason's program, he has you basically break down what does your day look like? What are your habits? What are you looking forward to? But also, what are you grateful for?
Yeah.
And so I think it's important for anybody that's listening now to start examining what are you grateful for?
Yeah.
Nothing
Start
is
there.
for granted. I mean, I see people, I have a neighbor who's a wonderful, wonderful man, but he's in a wheelchair. And he can't run. And I love the man. And I'm thinking, man, I wish, you could come out to the beach with me or do some other activities. And so sometimes basic things, people take for granted and they shouldn't. And we should, turn to God and say, thank you for everything that you give me, because nothing is for granted.
Gratitude. I start every single day before my feet hit the floor, thanking God for every single thing in my life, no matter what it is. My wife, my family, my businesses, my health. Gratitude, bro. You're hitting it right on the head. So let's wrap this, because we don't have much time, but wrap it up with give me a quick testimonial. Even give me a quick testimonial on how much impact Jason and his Epic Life have already had on you.
So first off, just getting the movement again.
Yeah.
Getting the movement, getting you to believe in yourself, recreating that confidence, understanding a little bit about what things are hindering you, but also start visualizing and just feeling what that optimal vision of you would look like.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that he inspired me, more or less, to start digging in there, because it's in there.
Yeah, it's in there.
It's in there. It's hidden under the cloud of nonsense.
Yeah.
And so when we started doing even in simple things like drum circle, where you start visualizing, what that optimal self, what does it feel like to see yourself, maybe stepping out of a car dressed a certain way, looking forward to a certain type of day, serving whoever it is that day in your life that you're going to add to. I think that's the biggest thing for me, just rekindling that not just emotion, but vision of what it's going to take to get you there. And once you do that, you start reverse engineering.
Right.
You start seeing, well, what is it going to take to get you there? Because it will get you there.
Oh, yeah.
If he's done it, if you've done it, if other people around have done it, and we're willing to put in the work, and we have those right, the correct people around, the right models, people to emulate, that everything's possible.
Absolutely. Community is everything in this life. Who you're surrounding yourself with is huge. This is great, man. I'm excited for you, dude. I'm excited that 43, frankly, is so young. So you're right on track here. I'm excited for you, man. This is going to be awesome to watch this play out. And like you said, gratitude, serving every single day. My wife and I, we just think, how can you use us today? Use us however you see fit today. We say every morning when we wake up, we hug, we pray, and say, use us how you see fit today. Serve. You want more, serve more. It's that simple. You want more in your life, serve more. Find places to serve. So, man, Danny, I'm happy for you, brother. I'm excited for you. We could go all day with this interview because I'm fascinated. I really want to dig into your backstory, but I can't because I got to start interviewing other fighters as well. But ladies and gentlemen, Danny De La Rosa, it's been an honor, been a pleasure. Godspeed on your journey. All the best. Stay locked in with Jason, Epic Life, and then everything else we're doing here. And you're going to be freaking killing it, dude. Nice work.
Thank you,
Let's
JD.
go. You got it. Real deal talk. That's a wrap. Yeah.